can we recognize and accept that pain is inevitable? Hello guys, I welcome you here in my life journey. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And today's share is about acknowledging our pain. Our pain is inevitable, and that is true. It cannot be avoided, whether we like it or not. From one thing to another, we experience pain, which is so difficult to recognize sometimes why this is happening. And acceptance is also very difficult. So guys, how can we really recognize that pain is inevitable? We have to recognize it, guys, whether we like it or not. Why? Because it is true. The pain is inevitable. And that is normal. That is a part of our life journey. Therefore, I am sharing this with you here today as I am walking here by the beach. Really guys, I am thinking many times in this place. I live here for many years already, and alone, frustrated sometimes. Of course, there are happy feelings, but the pain is really inevitable, and we have to embrace that whether we like it or not. I know it sounds so strange to embrace the pain. It is not easy to embrace the pain. Why? Because it's hurting, and we cannot even identify our feelings at that certain moment. But really guys, as the book says, we have to recognize that it is hurting. I don't like it. It is uncomfortable. But we have to accept it and recognize that feeling, because the more we can recognize it, the more we can accept it easily, that this thing shall pass. Remember guys, there's no pain will last forever. Of course, we are going to suffer that many months, maybe, probably a year. But guys, really, it will go away. But it always takes time. Therefore, it is very important that we have to recognize, oh, it's hurting, it's painful. We have to sit our words into it. We have to sit our words into it, that it's painful, it's hurting, we don't like it. But we have to embrace it. Whether we like it or not, we have to embrace it. So, when we know how to embrace our pain, it's easily to recognize and be wise enough to believe that this thing shall pass. It is important to recognize that pain is inevitable, because it's true that pain is inevitable. Every one of us will experience not only physical pain but also emotional pain. Many times throughout our lives, we will experience losses, rejections, defeats, and disappointments. And it's hurting. Of course, it will hurt us. It cannot be avoided. That pain is inevitable. And without even notice, we can feel that pain. We have to acknowledge that. There's no getting around that. It's just happening sometimes without our control. We must learn to accept that. We must learn to embrace that. Begin by accepting our current, recently situation, your current reality. You have to accept that. You have to face that. Our situation is what it is at this very moment. Therefore, we must embrace it anyway. We must pay attention to our thoughts and feelings and desires. We must choose to be accepting and compassionate to our experiences and to ourselves. It is very important that we must plan for a better future. Guys, we must develop supportive friendship or family, loved ones that who is there for us to support us. Develop a good communication with your friendship, with your friends and loved ones. Pain is the feeling of unpleasant. We already know that pain is inevitable in life, but suffering is optional. So there guys, you have to separate these two. Pain is pain and suffering is another thing. Suffering you can choose. That is a choose. You want to suffer or you want to change your thoughts not to suffer in anything. But pain, it cannot be avoided. So therefore, we have to separate these two. That pain is unavoidable in life, but suffering is optional. Pain is the feeling of a pleasant feeling of physical sensation or emotion. Suffering is the struggle, denial, worry, regret, indignation, complaining, and self-pity wrap around the pain. Yes, the pain is there and it cannot be avoided. To let go of suffering, we must first allow and accept the pain. Yes, we have to learn to accept the pain even we don't like it, because the pain, it cannot be avoided. While the suffering, you can avoid sufferings, guys, by turning your mindset away from it. Guys, it is very important, guys, to embrace the pain really. As the book says, we have to separate the pain and the sufferings. We must be wise enough that suffering is a choice. It is optional. So you can choose if you are going to embrace that suffering or you are going to change around your thoughts. Pain, we have to embrace it. We have to accept it. But the suffering, it is a choice. It is a mindset choice that you are going to suffer or not. You have to work with yourself not to suffer. You can choose your mind not to be in a suffering mode. So therefore, guys, this is very important that we know how to recognize that pain is inevitable. It is very important that we know how to choose, respect our feelings. There you are. We have to work with our feelings. We have to work with ourselves. Even we don't like it or not. But remember, guys, we have to accept it because pain comes and goes in our life. And it's true. It's inevitable and it cannot be avoided many times. So guys, it is really a part of our life journey to face all these things, whether we like it or not. We have to face it. We have to embrace the pain. But remember, I will comfort you that things shall pass. Everything shall pass. Just embrace it. As the book says, feel the pain, but don't stay there for a longer period of time. You have to move on. You have to feel the pain, accept it, and let it go. But again, it needs time. Time is the best healing for this period. So guys, yes, time always heals, guys. You have to remember that. The time always heals. We need the time to heal our pain. So guys, I am sharing this with you really because many times I hear that, oh, it's painful, it's hurting, I cannot take it anymore. Yes, it is hurting. it is painful. It is life what it is. So guys, therefore, it is very important that we have to embrace it, whether we like it or not. We have to embrace it, feel the pain, and let it go after a period of time. And there, the suffering is there also as well. But we have to work with our mindset. Remember that suffering is optional. So we have to work with our mindset. We have to choose the right mindset in order to keep on moving with our life in a positive way. It's not always easy. I know it's not always easy, but with the right mindset, it really helps, guys, with your situation. Embrace it and let it go. Many times I've heard, "Oh, Uni, it's just easy for you to say." No, it's not easy for me to say, guys. But really, the book says it's easy to say than done. Yes, that's the book said. But really, guys, it is really a mindset work to work with ourselves to separate the pain and the suffering. You are wise enough to work with yourself. That suffering is optional. Don't let it destroy your life. This is Yundel. Thank you so much for joining me here in my life journey today. I am eternally grateful to each and every one of you supporting me here in my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all, and bye-bye.